Greetings, 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 greetings. Brothers and sisters all over the world, welcome again to another episode of Positive Lifestyle Management in conjunction with Reconstructed Minds, Inc. and Project Righteous Endeavor. My name is Fee Taylor. That's my host. That's my co-host, Santario Midnight. And tonight we have a special guest on, the brother Varese Freeman. The brother has a lot going on, and we're going to get into his story and let him tell you who he is. And one thing I can say about the brother Varese, he has always supported Positive Lifestyle Management, Reconstructed Inc., Reconstructed Minds Incorporated, and Project Righteous Endeavor. But before we get into that, the thing I would like to say what I always say and mention: hit those like buttons, hit the subscribe buttons, and hit those notification bells, and send in your comments. So we're gonna jump straight into the interview. We'll start off with the brother Midnight and Varese. Let's get this interview on the way. You're on mic. You're on mute, Varese. You can take yourself off mute. All right, let's go. Midnight, going to take the mic.
How's everyone doing this evening? My name is Brother Shantario, aka Brother Midnight, man. Man, this is just a great opportunity to profile a good brother, man, Varese Freeman, man. He's been a very good supporter of Positive Lifestyle Management, Reconstructing Minds Incorporated, and also Project Righteous Endeavors. Varese, tell us a little bit about yourself, man. What was your upbringing like, my brother?
Okay, then to let everyone know, my name is Varese Freeman, aka V-Day, One Love Submitted, and I am from the great state of Mississippi, in a town called Tupelo, Mississippi. And to let everyone know that I was born here March 18th of 1984. I'm 37 years of age. And what I do here is that I'm a entrepreneur. I have my own clothing line, One Love Submitted, V-Day Productions LLC. And I also do spoken word and poetry. And also I sell perfume cologne oil fragrances and essential oils as well.
Okay, so tell the peoples,
okay,
how can they order your shirts, bro? Because I want to get that out the way first, because sometimes we can get lost in an interview, and I didn't mean to cut you off either, Midnight, but I would like to get that out first, man. How can the peoples order your shirts, man?
Okay, let's say if those who are out of state would like to purchase my products, my t-shirts, I have a way of pay. You can be able to send it through Cash App or Walmart to Walmart. And then after that, what I do is like I get you all's information, get everyone's information as far as like their address. And then after I go to the post office service, I mess around and get proof of the receipt to show everyone that this will be coming on this day. Like, for an example, my good brother Shantario here, I'll be ready to send his shirt to him, which will be Monday. And that's how I do that like that. And also for those here local, you know, like I said, I do Cash App as well.
Okay. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that so much. So what was it like for you, man, growing up in Tupelo, Mississippi, man? What's the vibe down there, man?
To be honest, you know, it's very, you know, I'm gonna say very small, but it's small here. You know, it has its good times and its bad times. But as far as me coming up, truth be told, I really wasn't no like no bad person, you know. Too much, and I did a little negatives here and there, but I wasn't no very bad person or nothing like that, you know. I was just more so liking to like strive and want to be somebody, you know what I mean? Strive to do good and, you know, be one like what most little kids do who come through, we want to become rich in mind, things like that nature, man. And one of the main favorite things that I always liked to do, no matter what, it's like I always wanted to deal with music and entertainment. And that's what I mostly was into coming up as a teenager. Most definitely.
That's how I got. That's how I got a hold on to it. It's cause through Facebook
Okay.
and Messenger. I was reading your words, and that's how me and you came across each other. And you was telling me about you was doing the spoken word and the poetry, and I subscribed to your page. And I think you ought to let everybody know your YouTube page, your YouTube channel, so that people can go and see that this is a talented brother, man, that has a lot to offer our communities. And so, what's your YouTube handle? What's your channel?
You all can come and check me out here on YouTube for my spoken word and my poetry here. And just put in the search engine Varese Freeman. Because to be honest with you, the link I don't got it word for word in my head. But you just put in the search engine Varese Freeman, VARESE Freeman, and it straight take you directly to that way. And I also have fitness. I do little exercises on there as well. I'm getting ready to start back getting in tune of doing it. I've been slipping on that, to be honest with you. I got to get back right on that.
Okay, brother.
Okay.
Hey, health. Hey, that's number 13. Exercise.
Okay. So what was your drive, man, for like poetry, man? And like how did you come about being a poet, man? What was your drive for that?
Good question. Good question, Brother Midnight. Well, I first actually started doing poetry around the month of September of 2017 here home in Tupelo, Mississippi. That's not often it's not often poetry shows that is done here. They're mostly did in the southern region of Mississippi, like Jackson, Mississippi, Meridian, and Biloxi. Where here they had just started doing it here in Tupelo, Mississippi. And I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and go to this and check it out. And I checked out the shows and everything, and my conscience is something you like. My conscience just kept killing me, saying, Varese, this you, Varese, this you, man. And then like the next day, which was a Saturday, they had the classes. So I said, I'm gonna go to the classes. And I started taking the classes, and I remember the instructor who created, her name is Miss Asia Rainey. And she had messed around and invited me to the poetry community, and it went from there. I was writing like once a week, and then I started striving to pick up. To be honest, by 2020, that's when I really started writing real hard.
Shouts out to Miss. What's her name again?
Okay,
What's the sister name? What's the sister name again?
Okay, her name is Miss Asia Rainey. She's from the New Orleans, Louisiana area.
Shouts out to this Sister Asia Rainey, and want to thank you, everybody. Support the Sister Asia Rainey, and get on board with her. Support her.
Most definitely, man. So appreciate that, man.
Okay, so like, when was the first time like you just really, you know what I'm saying, start having a creative drive for entrepreneurship in its entirety? Like, what really spun you in that direction, man, to start, you know what I'm saying, with your spoken word and you know, being a clothing designer and things of that nature, man? What was your creative drive for all that, man?
Oh man, I started that creative drive back when I was 19 years of age. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur and have my own thing. But that word you said, drive, that was like taken away from me. Like I took it away from myself when I was about 21, 22 years of age, when I started choosing a little bit of the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, about when I turned about 32 years of age, I want to say shouts out to the good brother, Mr. Tyranzi Bible Wilson. You know, connect with one another at the time, you know, and he started motivating my mind more, you know. In the time period, I was like lost in illiteracy far as like finances, which is one of my enemies, you know, illiteracy. So he started helping me get literate on like the money tip, helping me to teach me about entrepreneurship. And it went from there, man. I said, I'm gonna do this. I am gonna do this. Save all the money that I can here at this job that I'm at right now, and just start investing. And it went from there, 2018, man. Most definitely.
Okay, so how often do you actually talk to Tyranzi Bible, man? Like, you know, do y'all vibe all the time? Do y'all always have conversations on financial literacy?
Lately, you know what I'm saying, you know, we have been just connected, you know, as far as like communicating, but I still like on Facebook, salute to him, lift him up, you know, give him great motivation, show him love at what he's doing with his clothing line. You know what I'm saying?
So shout out to Mr. Terenzi Bible Wilson and Conscious Mind 360 clothing line, man. You know, and all the good work that they are doing in the community. So that's what we here at Positive Lifestyle Management, Reconstructed Minds, Inc. and Project Righteous Endeavors, man. That's what we aim to do, is to always showcase and spotlight those who are doing positive things in our community. Because for so long and so often, all we hear is negativity. That's all we hear is negativity going on in the community and what people aren't doing.
Right about that.
So it's something. But what we have to do is start shouting out and acknowledging those who are doing a good service, like yourself, Brother V-Day, and Mr. Terenzi Bible Wilson, as well as Eric Easy Chapman, and Johnny Crusher Jackson, and all the rest of the brothers, man, who are doing positive things in the community, man. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. So, you know, V-Day, man, like I just been, you know what I'm saying, watching your movement, man. And, you know, like I really, really like the fact that you are always in a uplifting spirit, man. It's like you have a good, wholesome spirit about yourself, man. And like, you know, it's rare in these days and times that you see a young brother as yourself with that kind of spirit, man. So like growing up, who was like your mentor? Like who put you in that right direction?
Oh man, most of it, I got to give credit where credit is due. And shouts out to everyone here today's time, as far as Saving Our Youth Incorporated, the good brothers and sisters here within the struggle. But the two mentors that came in my life, I'm gonna say two of them. I got to give credit where credit is due. To my uncle Adrian Gorman and to my cousin Dennis Gorman. They the ones who just brought that thing to me and started in me in my brain. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But don't get it twisted. You know, I still, you know, today's time, I'm going through things where my actions and behavior is going good, but I'm striving to more and more to step on my attitude more. I have a great attitude, but it's just, to be honest, I like to always try to be honest, you know, and that is to, like, as far as my attitude, I have to keep it where it's like when certain things bring a distraction to me that be negative, I strive not to go to that and react all the time. Try to think first, you know. And there are times where I slip and don't think first, you know what I mean? But strive to have a good spirit though, no matter what. No matter what on that.
That's right. See, and that's the signs of a real man who's in tune with himself, because he's able to be honest with himself and things in the areas of his life that he needs to work on. And that's a good sign there, bro. That's a great sign. So what is the happening thing that's going on in Tupelo, Mississippi? And that's where Elvis Presley was born?
Right, so this is where he was born here, East Tupelo, Mississippi, right.
Okay, so what's going on in Tupelo, Mississippi? What's going on with the brothers and sisters there? How's, you know what I'm saying, give us some insight.
Okay, I sure would mind to give you insight. Well, right here in Tupelo, Mississippi, in Lee County, a group of us brothers and sisters here, which is known as Saving Our Youth Incorporated. We're striving to come together here and like do different functioning and activities, should I say, as far as like I'm hoping we get ready to come together and get ready to like do things for the kids, which school is finished, get ready to start up. We just got through doing a car show here last Sunday. And here a month ago, we did something for the kids where when they got out of school, we celebrated and, you know, gave them gifts and things for them, you know, returning out of school, you know, and doing good and keeping up with their grades and things of that nature. But main thing about we come together. That's the main thing. We come together and striving to, you know, create more ideas and things and, you know, step our game up as far as on the economic and political level of things, you know what I'm saying, within growth and development.
That's right, my brother. That's right. Midnight.
Okay, so you know, you just mentioned Saving Our Lives Incorporated. Like, you know, how did that come about? How did that community strategy come together?
Okay, sure, I can sure explain it to you. And to pronounce that it's okay. It's called Saving Our Youth Incorporated. But like how they came about, I want to say
Okay.
God bless his soul and rest in peace to Mr. Tellius, aka King Kong. He was one of our great brothers within the struggle. And him and a good brother by the name of another brother by the name of Mr. Bobby Brinker, they came about and brought this idea together. If I'm mistaken, that was the year 2016, or if I'm mistaken, I want to mislead y'all the exact year. I want to say that was in 2017, if I'm not, I want to make for sure I get that right. But right in there, that's when they create this concept about, because at the time period, there was some little things that was going on within certain sections within the city and outskirts of the city, like, you know, there was a couple of gun violences that was going on here. And that was just something that was thought about and being created, you know what I mean? And just striving to bring back that glorious thing here in this great town of Tupelo, Mississippi.
All right, everybody in Tupelo, Mississippi, get involved, support Saving Our Youth Incorporated. This is a positive program that's going on in Tupelo, Mississippi. So we're asking all the residents in Tupelo, Mississippi to come out and support Saving Our Youth Incorporated. And because we have to stop all the senseless gun violence and all the rest of the nonsense that's occurring within our communities. And it's only us who can save our communities. So that's what we're asking y'all to do. Support Saving Our Youth Incorporated.
Okay, you know, with that being said, like, you know, how often do y'all actually get out into the communities, man? Like, you know, how often do y'all work with the kids?
To be honest, we at least strive to have, as far as activities, we strive to at least do it. Lately, we've been doing at least 2 to at least 3 activities within 1 month this year lately, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, just going back to what I said earlier, you know, we're just striving to bring things back together here in Tupelo, Mississippi, slowly but surely, but it's gonna come. Please believe it's gonna come.
Okay. So, you know, would you say that, you know, through everything that's been going on there in Tupelo, Mississippi, that you have seen a positive turnaround since the beginning of Saving Our Youth Foundation? Have you experienced a big change? Have you seen a big change within Tupelo, Mississippi since then?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have. That's what made me get back in tune here much more here within my city. It's seeing the righteousness that's been brought about. Like, let's say, good example. Okay, great good example. There's been some brothers who was out here like within the street life, very, very hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, out here doing the thing. You know what I mean? They changed their life around and start working within corporate America. Start going to work, saying forget that garbage. I'm getting tired of going to MDOC. I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of dealing with the police and you know. I'm tired of going back and forth with the mess, main thing. They just want to strive to turn their life around. You know what I mean?
So let me ask this question. Do Saving Our Youth Incorporated, do it address the educational and economical and political and social development empowerment within our communities? Do it address it? Are y'all having any type of education and teaching them the importance of economics, the empowerment of economics and the money stand and our dollar stand within the communities?
Okay, but to be honest, the education side, of course, that's been going on pretty good. But we're just now starting to get real good within. That's our main objective this year, is working on the economical and political growth and development of things, and also social development too. Right. The education is still running. The educational growth and development is still going strong so far. It's the main thing we get ready to work on and coming together with is the economical and the political growth and development side of things.
Because we realize that, especially in poor communities, and I'm not just talking about dealing with race, I'm just talking about period in poor communities, 96 to 97% of the economics in those communities leave the community and don't come back. So they go into other communities. So that's why it's important that we, as a people, as a communities, and communities, because we're more than just one community, communities address the importance of economics. We have to have economic empowerment, because without it, all the rest of the stuff that we're doing in education and everything is great. It's a must, because education, our number one enemy is illiteracy. So we have to educate ourselves in economics and politics, social development, spirituality. These are all these areas that we have to educate ourselves in.
Okay, Varese, like with that being said in mind, like, how is the bridging the gap between the older generation as just like yourself and the younger generation? What is that like? Like, how does that work within Tupelo, Mississippi, man? Like, what are y'all doing to bridge the gap between the generations?
Very, very good question, because no matter what, that's a very hard task, because this time of generation, it's like, there's no value to where some majority don't listen no more. You know what I mean? But when we do strive to go to the youth, no matter what, we don't give up with talking to them and installing in them the positive essence of things with as far as this life itself. You know what I'm saying? Keeping God first. You know what I mean? Listen to your parents. You know what I'm saying? Because they telling you, we telling them that they telling you right and wrong, you know what I'm saying? Because they've been through things through experience. But at the same time, I've realized something, and that's what us brothers was talking about coming together here like 2 weeks ago, how the parents, especially this generational type of parents, with all due respect to them, it's like, it is as if they're being friends to the kids instead of being a parent to the kids. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let me ask you this here. I'm going to ask y'all this here. What role, if the children are like that, how did they get like that? What role do the elders play in that, though? Because we know that a lot of the children that's growing up today, that's 18, 19, 20, 21, let's just say up to like 30, 31 years old, the majority of their parents are either sprung out on drugs, in jail, or in the cemetery or the graveyard somewhere, right? And see, I was one of those parents who was in jail. So you have a lot of homes where the mothers and the fathers, either the mother or the father, either the mother isn't there, the father isn't there, or both parents isn't there. So can we truly actually blame the youth for all the things that we see them doing today when the parents wasn't there?
I'm gonna be honest.
I wouldn't say. Go ahead,
excuse me, brother. No. Go ahead, Mr. Brother. Go ahead, Mr. Centauri, brother.
No. You don't want to be an interview, sir. Go ahead first.
Okay. Well, I would like to say, elaborate on it. Oh, I just came to trying to get the thought process what I just had in my brain just did to say to you.
Say what you mean. Mean what you say, brother. Just say what you mean.
Okay. It goes back to what I said earlier about what we talked about as far as like the parents this time of day, they're basically like being friends with the parents instead of being a parent to the kids. And also too, that's what I'm gonna say. Yes, like that's what I always like put down in my poetry, my spoken word, as far as like when it comes to especially the black man, the black woman household, the black family household, it is like to where it's some form of an agenda or something set up to where it is meant for black families, like the mother and the father, single parents, to not be together, you know what I'm saying? And not be at home together with the kids, you know what I mean? Instead of especially like when the father is not there and the mother is there alone taking care of the kids, vice versa, you know what I mean?
So you feel like it's a divide and conquer thing going on within the black family, well, in all families, but not particularly the black family.
I believe so. That and within the Latino communities too.
Now, let me
Not
say
to
this here.
everyone. It
Now,
may
let me
not be
say
to
this here.
everyone.
Let me say this here. And I want y'all to, and I'm listening to y'all because yes, there has been a design plan for us in our communities, right? And we can see it where we only making up 12.7, 12.8, maybe 12.9% of the population, but we make up 37 to 38% of all the prison populations across America. And what's going on is this here. Methamphetamine has really started to ravage our communities because in 2010, they changed the crack law that made it down to 18 to 1, which is still, it's disparity there. But when I first went into Federal Bureau of Prison, you ain't see a lot of brothers coming in for meth or using meth. Meth
Right.
has become the new crack in our community. So we went from one drug, from one disparity drug to another disparity drug. And you're seeing a lot of the mothers and fathers, like the brother said, that they are trying to be friends with the children because, and I can speak to this here, when you have been gone out of your child's life, man, for 10, 15 years, when you come home, it's hard for you to try to come home to parent a child that has grown up without you. So you try to get to know this child or the children so that they can, because you don't know them. And that becomes a problem in itself as well. That's a serious problem. So we got to be able to figure out the things that we need to do as a people to change us going into the system. And one of the things that I say that we can do is focus on what we need to be doing as far as bringing more education to what's going on inside of the system and start using preventive measures because an ounce of prevention is worth more than a pound of cure. Before we even get to that's why I was asking you about the economic, political, and social development education of y'all corporation, Saving Our Youth Incorporated, because those are those preventive measures that we have to be able to focus on and to use.
Exactly. And, just to add on to that, man, like, when we properly, educate, learn how to economize, be good economists over means and wealth and different things of that nature. When we understand the political realms, like dealing with our local, our communities, local, state, and federal, we understand the politics within, the towns, the cities where we're living in, social development, being able to go out and form good relationships with the community leaders like the councilmen, the aldermen, and different things of that nature, we will see a dynamic change within our communities, man. And, my hat really goes off to you, Brother Varese Freeman, and those who are a part of the Saving Our Youth initiative. Y'all are really doing an awesome job.
Appreciate that, brother.
So at this time, brother, we're gonna get ready and close out. But before we leave, we'd like for the brother Varese, aka V-Day, to give a parting shots, man, and acknowledgments to words of wisdom to the audience, man, and to those that's going to be watching this interview, man. What do you have to say, bro?
Okay, I would like to send, you may call it words of wisdom, words of encouragement, but the words I would like to send to the worldwide is to at least, they want to know that strive to do good every day of our lives. You know what I'm saying? Strive to, just main thing, strive to keep God first, strive to do good and righteous, stay positive within our lives so we can have a prosperous life, a productive life at that. You know what I mean? And as far as the acknowledgement, I'd like to once again give acknowledgement to Saving Our Youth Incorporated, to all my family members here within Tupelo and Mississippi, and to all my family members also in the Chicago, Illinois area. And just main thing, last but not least, I got to give and send my love and ask God to guide and protect each and every youth out there all around the world.
Okay, so at this time, Brother Midnight, you have anything that you would like to say?
Man, like I said, I've enjoyed this interview, man. Like I said, I love Mr. Freeman's his tenacity to help his community. You know what I'm saying? To be a positive, productive individual within the confines of Tupelo, Mississippi, man. And each and everywhere he goes, man. You know, I'm really looking forward to seeing him continue to grow and develop into the man that God wants him to be. And you know, with that being said, man, you know, I really enjoyed this interview, and I'll pass it back over to you.
I want to thank the brother Varese Freeman for coming on. I want to thank my co-host, Brother Midnight, for always being there and showing up at on time, because you're the one that booked this interview, bro. And like I always say, Positive Lifestyle Management is a platform, man, for us. It's a platform for us, man. It's a platform for the up and coming, those who are doing well, so that they can become acknowledged themselves. You know, we don't have no platform, man, where we going out there looking at the big time stars and trying to book the big time stars, man. We are booking the ones that's in the community, booking the people that's in the community and addressing the issues that's affecting us in our communities today. These are the ones, these are the people, this is our audience. This is who we are. And so at this time, once again, I would like for you all, thank you all for tuning in to Positive Lifestyle Management Awareness Session in conjunction with Reconstructed Minds, Inc. and Project Righteous Endeavors. Hit those like buttons, hit the subscribe buttons, hit that notification bell, and send in your comments. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Peace.
Peace.